Do you want to know what I'm reading in September? Yeah, so do I. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jules, and I am here to talk about what I would like to get to in September. But first, let's peep the new merchandise that I have. First of all, popcorn earrings. I love popcorn. It's my favorite snack. And then look at my new shirt. Is it not adorable? Yes. I love the color. I love the friends. So the first thing I always like to start with is my readathons that I am participating in. So the first readathon that I want to talk about is hosted by Jessie at Reading with Jess. This is for her Sleep When I'm Dead book club. This is not part of a Patreon, so you do not have to pay to participate in it, but everybody needs to participate in this, okay? Okay, I said what I said. All right, so this is going to be from September 13th through September 17th. I will link her announcement video below so you can go get all the information. But basically, we're going to be at camp and we're going to try and survive and not get killed by a killer. So I'm just going to share this graphic. This is all the books that are possibilities that I may get to during this readathon. There are different areas around the camp, and each of those areas is going to have a reading prompt that you would read for. So I'm just going to kind of go through these and tell you my books that I have for them. And then, so when you're reading during this readathon, at any time, a killer can appear in the place that you're reading. So it's basically like an interactive readathon, I guess. So if the killer appears, you're dead. Re-enter the readathon, you basically have to like either send a little video clip or a picture of how you died. And I'm kind of here for it. So I'm kind of hoping I get killed because I think that seems really fun. Anyway, so for the cabins, the prompt is to read a book that is set at camp. I have If You Tell a Lie by Lucinda Berry. The mess hall is to unscramble the title of a book to make a food. Mine just happens to be food, but I did make another word for it. So I'm going to be reading Cherry Pie or Die by C.C. James to unscramble my word. And you can like double up on your letters. You don't have to, they don't all have to be separate. So mine is either chip, dip, or chip dip. So, the bonfire is to read a hot new release. I'm going to be reading We Used to Live Here. The lake is to read a book with a body of water on the cover. I chose Daughter of Mine by Megan Miranda. For the boathouse, it is to read a book about travel. I selected Nightmare of a Trip by Maureen Kilmer. This releases on September 10th, so I'm actually really excited to get to this one. For the amphitheater, it is to read a book with multiple POVs. I am choosing Butcher and Blackbird. I have been wanting to read this for a while now. For the archery field, it is to read a book to help stay on target with goals. For that, I picked Foul Play at the Fair by Shelley Freidont. I'm going to be reading this for my Cozy Mystery vlog, so I definitely have to get to it. For the bathhouse, it is to read a book with a body part on the cover. I am choosing Fable by Adrienne Young. For the hiking trail is to read a book that has a cover with a view. For that, I picked Homicide at the Haunted House by Beth Dogner. This looks really cute, and I can't wait to read this one. And then the main lodge is to read a past book club pick. So Jess has a whole list, which I've read a lot of them because I've been in the book club for quite a while. So Jess has a graphic that has all of her past book clubs picks on it, so you can just go in there and pick any books that you haven't read before. So for that, I am picking I Let You Go by Claire McIntosh. She actually came to town a few months ago or longer, I don't remember when, but I actually did get to do like a little short impromptu author interview with her. So I do have a interview with her, so I will link that below so that you can check her out. But I really enjoyed her books, so I want to read all of her backlist books, so I'm excited to get to read this one. So like I said, obviously I'm not going to get to all of these books during this readathon, but these are books that I am putting on my list for the month of September that I want to get to, regardless if I get to them during this readathon. There is a Discord for this readathon that you will want to join if you participate, because obviously that's where all the fun's going to happen. The second readathon that I'm going to do is going to be for Gwen's Patreon. She is doing just a weekend readathon. It's a Cozy Cafe readathon from September 20th to September 22nd. Don't know what I'm going to pick up for it yet, but it is one of the prompts is to read a cozy mystery, and then there's a couple other things that are related to like you know, cozy like cafe type stuff. So I don't want to share that information with you because it's privy to her Patreon. So if I've not said it enough, go join Gwen's Patreon if you're not in her Patreon. Because it is a lot of fun. Like I said, we always do, there's gift exchanges, monthly book picks, there's extra read-alongs, there's bingo boards, there's movie nights, there's like all the fun stuff. So just go do it. Another quick weekend readathon that is for Gabby's Patreon. She is doing another round of Screaming Color. So I want to say every quarter she does a weekend readathon, and it is a color themed readathon. And for these readathons, you basically read books with those color covers. So whatever color she picks, then you pick books that are that color. The whole book doesn't have to be that color. It could just have a little bit of the color on it. It could be all of it. It could be some of it. So for the month of September, she picked black, and I am going to pick up The Unraveling by Vi Keeland because it is mostly black. And I am anxious to get to this one. So, and then the next readathon I'm going to tell you about, I'm not going to give you a lot of information on. I'm just going to direct you where to go to get all that information because it's a lot of information. So Kelsey from Slime and Slashers is hosting a Halloween-a-thon readathon. It is going to be for the whole month of October, but it starts in September. So she is starting the readathon on September 22nd. I don't know if I'm going to start in September or if I'm just going to start in October because it just really depends on what I get read. But here's the thing. It's not just a readathon. I don't know if any of you saw my videos from Old School April. It's very similar to that, but Halloween themed. So it is a movie-a-thon, activity-a-thon, readathon, all the athons again. So there is tons and tons and tons of things to do. There is a game board. There are printables for like graphics, everything you can think of. She has it. She's amazing. There are a ton of co-hosts for it, and it's going to be a good time. There's no teams or anything. Like Old School April, there were teams. This is just everybody's just doing their own Halloween thing. So I am very excited for it. It's going to be a great time. So there is merch, and I actually bought a t-shirt. So this is a t-shirt, Halloween-a-thon. So she actually has a graphic like this that you can print out and you can make your own. Everybody's like, for all of these little spots, it's basically a game board. You can choose and make your own TBR game with it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Haven't done mine yet. That's why I said I don't know if I'm going to start in September. It just depends on if I'm ready for it. If I have everything set up and I am ready to go, then I will. Like some people already have all their stuff ready. I'm like, I am not that prepared, y'all. Okay. So excited for it, but not prepared. There is also a Discord. You definitely, if you're going to join the Halloween-a-thon, you definitely want to join the Discord. And there are tons of people posting their TBRs for it or announcement videos for it. I am planning on vlogging for it, so I will probably do weekly vlogs the whole month of October. That's why I said I don't think I'm going to start in September, but I think I'm going to focus them more in just the month of October. But I will talk about this more, obviously, in October, too, because that's when I'm mostly going to participate. So when I go to do my October TBR, it's really going to be Halloween-a-thon October TBR. So, okay, that's it for my readathons. I will link everybody in the description below. If you guys want to join in on any of this, please do. So fun. So I am just going to list some other possibilities of things that I want to get to. Book clubs for Jessie. Jessie has Paw Print Pals, so it's her membership. It's not a Patreon, but it's her membership. So if you go to her YouTube channel, underneath her name, by her name, there's like a membership, so you can join that and you get extra content from her. And then there's a Discord, and so we always do a monthly book club read along. So this month I'm going to be rereading The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. I read this in 2023, I believe, and I loved it, so I'm excited to read it again for that. We Used to Live Here, I already mentioned this for the readathon, but that is also Gabby's book troop pick. Gabby's book troop is thriller-based book club, so if you're interested in that and you're not in it, go join that. The Cherry Pie or Die, that is, I'm reading that for Hannah's Cozy Book Club. This is also a free book club that I have mentioned before. I will link that if anyone wants to join that. All the cozy fun things in there. It is not just cozy mysteries. we have read Cozy Mysteries, and it's just anything cozy. That's it. There's a lot of great people in it. For my in-person book club in September, we are starting back in September. So our first book that we're going to be reading is All the Colors of the Dark by Chris Whitaker. Look, it's a chunker. It's a chunker. There. I think I mentioned this when I did my when I did a book haul in one of my videos. There is 592 pages, but let me tell you, 261 chapters. So it's literally 1 or 2 page chapters through the whole book. But anyway, so it sounds interesting, and it just so happened that I had it, and one of the girls, this was her pick, so we are reading it. I already mentioned Fable, but I just wanted to show it's pretty. So I did put this on for the readathon. It's on my list, but I am planning on buddy reading this with a few ladies in September. For Gwen's Patreon, we are continuing on our Inheritance Games journey. So we are picking up The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes this month. You know your girl didn't get this read in August. Today's the last day of August, and I haven't even started this. So this is what I am picking up this week. So I am finishing a cozy right now. I am like 40% through. As soon as I finish it, I am picking this up. I have to get it read because for Chloe's Trash for Mass, we are starting in September, ACOTAR. So I have to get that done because we're starting this one, and I don't want to get behind. Like, I cannot get behind. Nobody wants to be behind on Sarah J. Maas. Another book that I'm going to be reading very soon because my audio just became available is Home is Where the Bodies Are by Geneva Rose. I was hoping I could find a really cool copy of this like Keisha did. I think Keisha found a really cool copy of this at Walmart. I have yet to find it, and I'm kind of sad about it. But regardless, I am picking it up by audio very soon. And then last but not least, let's talk about my cozies. So obviously I'm doing reading the first in a series of my mother's books. So the ones I picked for that are Foul Play at the Fair by Shelley Friedant. I already told you that. I put this on my list for the readathon. A Deadly Grind by Victoria Hamilton. And Cremains of the Day by Misty Simon. So those are for sure 3 I will be reading in September. I do have some others on my radar that I want to pick up, so I don't know what they are yet, so I will probably have a second cozy vlog, hopefully, cross your fingers. But I do also want to pick up This Way to Murder by Shelley Shearer. I just got this last month from Keisha in a book exchange, and it's the Board Game Cafe Mysteries, and it just looks super cute, and I think it should be a quick read. It's only 205 pages, so I should be able to get through that pretty quick. So once again, I have an ambitious reading TBR, but I'm mood reading again. So if I don't get to all of these, I will just carry them over into October because these are books that I want to read soon, but I don't have to get to them in September, right? So fall spooky season's coming up, so I will be probably picking up some spooky middle grades. I will probably pick up some YA thrillers, regular thrillers, mysteries. My cozy mysteries will start having more of a spooky or fall theme to them. I don't know about y'all, but I am done with summer. Done with it. Okay, friends, that's it. All right, guys, let me know what you're most excited to get to in September. And until my next video, friends, be yourself, be awesome, be kind.